welcome to this week's Monday Minutes. My name is Kelly.
And my name is Jessie, and this week we're showing you another great enhancement that's coming in 2211. And this deals with adding an adult to another adult guarantor. So think of scenarios where you might have a caregiver that wants to pick up for another individual, or a housebound patron, and you want to add an individual to their account. Koha now allows you to create an adult to adult guarantor guarantee.
Great thing. It's going to start at the patron category level, Jessie. So when we need to adjust this with our new release of 2211, we would need to identify which patron categories are going to apply to this adult-adult relationship. So when you're in the patron category and you want to assign, in Jessie's example, the housebound, there is a new field, can be guarantee. It's going to be defaulted to no, and you would set that to yes. So fun.
So let's show you an example first, and then we'll walk through two different scenarios. So we're going to come over here and we're going to pull up an account that we have created. This is Joe March. Now, Joe is a resident. And in our scenario here, she has 3 guarantees. She has a child who is Tess. So if we come into Tess March, we can see that her guarantor is Joe. Tess is 9 years old. That is her child. Now, if we go back to Joe's account, you'll also see she has Les Crawley and Jenny Parabound. So if we come into Les Crawley's account, Les is a housebound patron. So what this has allowed us to do is connect an adult to Joe's account. So maybe Joe's the caregiver or a parent, or Les is her parent, or whatever the scenario is. That has allowed us to connect an adult to an adult. And if we come back here, you'll see the same thing for Jenny Parabound. Jenny Parabound is a housebound patron, and then we have connected that to Joe. In the system preference borrower relationship, you can adjust that, because most of us probably have it set as like father or mother. But now you can add in other terminology to identify what an adult guarantor would be to another adult individual.
And that's where that's pulling in that legal guardian portion of it. So in our borrower relationship, we've added legal guardian and identified that. So you can see that nicely on the staff interface.
So let's do 2 different scenarios, Kelly. Let's start with creating a patron in the system, and we'll go in and create a housebound patron in the system, and we'll walk through and show you what that looks like. So now we're going to create Susan Bagbaum.
Our creativity is off the hook today, Jessie.
So from here, you're going to see the patron guarantor. So if I come in here and hit that button, that's going to bring up a modal window. We can come in here and search for an individual. So I'm going to look for Mary Krause. So over here, we're going to select Mary. That adds her in. And again, borrower relationship system preference allows me to adjust this. So I can come in here and say that Mary Krause is now the caregiver for Susan Bagbaum. So again, we'll come in, fill out the rest of our information. Save that in the system. And now we have Susan Bagbaum, who is a housebound patron, connected to Mary Krause, who is the caregiver.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, so now we're going to go through an example where we might have an existing housebound patron that we want to add an individual to. So let's go back to our patrons module. We're going to come into our category of housebound. And then we're going to connect another individual in there. So, okay, so let's go into Calliope's account, another housebound patron. So if you want to add a guarantor to an existing adult in your system, when Kelly and I were testing this, by default, our brain was like, let's hit add guarantee. But that truly allows you to attach a child or a youth in the system. What you'll want to do is hit the edit button, and that will allow you to go down and add a patron guarantor. So from here, I can hit that add guarantor. I can search for another individual. let's just say Mary Krause is still another caregiver for this individual. I can hit select, again, come in, add that caregiver information, hit save, and now that will add Mary Krause as a caregiver to Calliope. And if we go back into Mary Krause's account, we can see those 2 adults in there.
This is fantastic. You know, there is the ability to do this only for specific patron categories. You can either do it upon creation or with existing patrons in your database. You also always have the ability to add a non-patron in those fields. So we do have those fields still existing. It's just that this is great.
Yeah, this is fantastic. No matter what your scenario is, now you can connect adults to adults. So
exactly. Now, Jessie, what are we going to talk about now?
Let's talk about the Koha Community Challenge. We are just getting ready to kick off year 3 of the Koha Community Challenge, which we do in sponsorship with Koha US, which goes to directly support the Koha community.
So I just want to show you how you can go and do that and sign up and get involved in this program that we've been doing 3 years strong now. If you come to our website, if you scroll down a little bit, we do have an event section. So this will tell you where we're at, if we're in your state doing a conference or a summit, but we also have our spring into fitness option. So you can click there and then sign up through the run sign up option here. Gives you some options about, you know, if you want to do a team, anybody can join. And then look at this cost, $10. I mean, this is amazing, Jessie.
Yeah. So we switched it up a little bit this year. Last year and the year before, we had 2 options, one where you could register and get a shirt and a medal, and then one option where you could do $10. This year, we're just doing flat $10. And then Koha US has added the t-shirt to their threadless site. So you can go pick your own colors, the type of shirt that you want, whatever it is. And then that allows you to choose if you want to purchase a shirt or not. And of course, all proceeds go back to Koha US, the Koha community. And it's just a great way to get involved. You know, it's a month-long activity. So you can do anything you want, run, walk, jump, dance, ride your bike, go skiing, wherever you are.
Garden. You could put the gardening in there because that's what I'll do the month of May. But look at all the fantastic options you have for a shirt. You know, go crazy, get your team together and really just embrace this great opportunity to give back to the Koha community, specifically Koha US, to bring us fabulous things like conference and development. So this is a really great opportunity.
And we're wearing our year 1 shirts.
There we are.
There we are.
Okay, well, have a great week.
Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.